This is for day 6, page 249 on your homework book. You should have a copy of this, but if you have your homework book, you could start doing it on this page if you want. But it'll be on page 249. Should look like this. We'll read the problem here, and then we'll do the problem on the whiteboard. It says, study the example showing how to find the area of a figure by breaking it apart. Now it says Karen drew the design shown at the right, so she drew this design over here. How can she break apart her design in order to find this area? For this one, we have a triangle here, so we don't need to separate that. We would have to separate this whole thing right here, and we'd have to like split it down the middle to create two parallelograms. So we would have one parallelogram on the left side, on this side, and then another parallelogram on the right side, right here. These two parallelograms would be the same, but when we look at this figure, it's 4 inches, but also notice the squares, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that each, square is an inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4 inches for the base, 1, 2, 2 inches for the height. This right here, the bottom part of the parallelogram, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for the height, top to bottom, it would be 1, 2. The height would also be 2. So it would be 5 by 2. Now, let's look at the bottom problem. It says, label the dimensions of the triangle and one of the parallelograms from Karen's design. Label the dimensions. Dimensions means how long, how wide, what's the height, all that stuff. And let's save that. So what we have to do is, like I said, what is the base of the triangle? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What's the height of the triangle? 1, 2, 2 inches. What about our parallelogram? What would be the height of our parallelogram? So this part is this part. Okay, what's the height? What's the height? It would be 1, 2. The height would be 2. So the height would be 2. And what about one of my sides? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, same side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same size. So we're actually going to go on the other side. Label it real quick. So label the dimensions. We said this was 2 and this was 4. We said this height was 2 as well, and the length of this, of the parallelogram, was 5. And it was inches, right? It was inches. So inches, 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 inches. So it says, we labeled them. Good. Donezo. Number 2, next one. What is the area of one of the parallelograms? Use the formula base times height. So base times height. 5 times 2 is 10, so this area is 10 inches squared. All right, what is the area of the triangle? This one right here. So it's 1/2. Here's the area of the triangle, 1/2 times the base. Base is 4, height is 2. What is half of 4? 2. Bring this down. 2 times 2 is 4. That means that the area of the triangle is 4 inches squared. Number 4 says, what is the area of the design? Explain how you know. So this design here. This design here, it has 2 parallelograms, so one here and one over here. And it has a triangle here. So when we do this figure, let me try drawing it. This is not going to turn out good. So when we draw it, oh, this might turn out good. Oh, not so good. So we have the triangle right here, and we know that the triangle is 4 inches. Now, what about our 2 parallelograms? Parallelogram is 10 inches for the area. That's going to be for both sides. So that means I need to add up all these areas up to find out the total area for the whole thing. When I add these up, the whole area is inches squared. I should have wrote inches squared for each one of these, because areas are always in squared. But the area of the whole figure, or the whole design, would be 24 inches squared.